Welcome to our tutorial demonstrating how to use the CoC program Expedited COVID-19 Grant Agreement Amendment process. We will be using a sample grant number from my home state of Colorado for example purposes only. Once you are on the HUD Exchange page, navigate to the state where your project is located. Then, find the continuum of care under which your grant was awarded. In this case, we are looking at 2018 CO 503 grants. The document will open in read-only mode once it is downloaded. First, use Save As to save the document to your computer locally, choosing a name that makes sense to you. In this case, I chose My Example. As you can see, all awarded grants in your CoC are included in this document. Let's first narrow down to just the document you want and delete the rest. Use the navigation bar to search for your grant number or scroll through the pages to find it. The grants are listed by grantee in alphabetical order. Once you've located the grant you wish to amend, delete the remaining agreements that do not apply to your request. What if your grant number isn't available in the document? After you've verified you're in the correct CoC document, contact your field office for assistance. Grants are listed only if they have a fully executed grant agreement in place as of April 1st, 2020. There are three types of available changes you can request to amend your grant: adding a new budget line item, making a budget change of over 10%, and requesting a grant extension. You may request one, two, or all three in the same document, depending on your needs. Read through all the blue text to get instructions and locate which provisions you want to use and which you should delete. Delete the main instructions after you've read and understood them. Let's read them now. Recitals are below. One amendment can include more than one change, such as both a change in budget and an extension of the term. Keep the recitals that apply to the amendments you are making and delete the others. Delete this paragraph once you have read and understood it. Got it. Let's delete. In our example, our grant only has rental assistance and administration. After a budget analysis and needs assessment from our leadership, we have determined a big need for supportive services and a decreased demand for rental assistance. Our request is to add the supportive services line item to our grant and fund it with $1 million out of rental assistance. We also want to extend the grant so that we have more time to fully expend our funding before we start our renewal. This year, we had a high number of rent contributions, which meant we couldn't fully expend our rental assistance line item. We project we can fund 2 additional months with our remaining balance. This means we will use all 3 provisions, since we are adding a new budget line item, shifting over 10% of funds out of the rental assistance line item, and requesting an extension. Let's look at the first available change. Do you need to add a new kind of budget line item to allow you to better serve your clients in response to COVID-19? We do. Delete the instructions, but keep the text and move to the next provision. Do we need to make a change of over 10% to one or more budget line items? We are moving $1 million out of a $6 million budget, so yes. Delete the instructions and keep the text. Next up, do we want to extend the grant operating year? Yes, we want to add 2 months to our operating year. Delete the instructions and keep the text. Now we move on to the agreements section. Here, there are 2 provisions listed first. One for grantees who are a unified agency, or UFA, and one for grantees who are not. Delete the provision that does not apply to you, as well as both sets of blue instructions. Next, we'll be filling out the budget adjustment table. You'll want to note how much you are requesting to move from or into each budget line item in the change column, and total your new budget in the amended budget column. Make sure your math adds up. In this example, we are moving $1 million from rental assistance for a new amended budget of $5 million. We are putting that $1 million in the supportive services budget. Finally, remember to move over any budget line items that you are not changing so that you can make sure all columns total the total funding award amount. Remember, you may not request any increases in total funding with these changes. The final provision is about the extension date. If you are not requesting an extension, delete this part, but we are. We would like a 2-month extension, so our new expiration date will be June 30th, 2020. Remember, the latest possible end date you can request is December 31st, 2020. Be sure to delete those instructions. Now we're almost done. After you've reviewed one last time, it's time to sign. The signature page will automatically appear on a separate page in order to keep signatures together. First, type in the name and title of your authorized official who will sign the document. And now you're ready for signature. You can physically print, sign, date, and scan the document. Only one copy is needed, and email to your local field office. You can also add an electronic signature image to the Word document based on your organization's protocols for electronic signature. So where can you find the email address for your local field office? In order to expedite these amendments, we have set up a specific email address for each field office, and the link to that list is posted on the amendments page. Once you submit your amendment, your field office will either follow up with you for clarifications if needed, or provide you the executed copy after the changes have been made in ELOCs. After you receive an emailed amendment signed by the local field office director, you can proceed under the new terms you requested. Check ELOCs if you need verification of budget and operating date changes. Thanks for watching our how-to video.